It's warm up there. It's not super, super warm down here. Like it's obviously not cool, but it's not, it's not roasting. That being said, I am very happy that if the AC was going to die, if it was going to shut off, that it did it yesterday while we were here, instead of us leaving and not coming back for a while and then discovering that, oh, the AC is dead and everything that we had left in here has melted. Because actually, it's supposed to get stupid hot tomorrow. I think it's supposed to get triple digits tomorrow. So like, is it inconvenient to come back here and deal with all this stuff? I mean, yeah, but I'm grateful that it happened when it did, or that could have been not great. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Monday. So we are back today. We're waiting on the repair guy to come deal with the AC, which is presumably dead or something's wrong with it. He's also going to be dealing with the toilet, because the toilet upstairs just runs constantly and we're not sure exactly what's up with that. So he'll have a look at it. And there's a few little odds and ends things that we will probably mention to him while he's here, because he'll be here. We also took it upon ourselves to bring some more delicate stuff. So we actually brought things like our cake topper and some little figurines, and also Sagan. So we actually have Sagan's ashes here now. So that's safe and sound. We have a few other little things that we can put away. I brought some of the more delicate video game consoles, things like the Sega Saturn, which if you look at the wrong way, will just stop working. So we carefully brought that stuff today, so at least that is safely here. We don't have a specific time for when the repair guy is supposed to arrive, just after 5, and it is after 5. We spent the first part of our day at home just doing stuff there and getting stuff done, and then left around 2 or so to come up here. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a whirlwind of a day, which will almost certainly feed into a whirlwind of a week, but it's all right. It's nice to have moved some other stuff that needed, a delicate touch, and I'm glad that it's here. Time for a little update. There is, well, it's extremely faint, but there is air coming out of the vent now. Man, what a little story. Okay, so the repair guy came, and when the repair guy came, he came in and he said, "I'm here to fix your toilet," which, true. That part was understood, but then also I was like, oh, and also the AC. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, the AC. So he came in and he's like, I don't know anything about the AC. He's like, but I work on your toilet. So he goes upstairs, works on the toilet, and we're like, oh my God. So we send a message to the landlord, which, as a little aside, we really like the landlord. We've lived in a lot of different spots and had a lot of different, I would say, levels of relationship and communication with various landlords over the years. Not all good. This one's actually been really fantastic, so I have to at least give her props, because she's been really great. Anyway, we sent her a message and was like, hey, what? And she was like, oh my God, I definitely told him about the AC. So,
She's like, that was the whole point.
Yeah, she was like, that was the whole point. Anyway, long story short, he didn't have the equipment here to deal with it fully, but it's like, I'll take a look. So he went up into the attic and looked at it, and it was the exact same problem that we've actually had before. So when we lived at the apartment, there was a time, and it's probably on the vlog, from a million years ago, when the AC stopped working and we thought the AC died. And what it was is, how do I best explain this? The AC is creating condensation. And if it creates a lot of condensation, particularly in a location where there's a lot of humidity, the liquid builds up, and there's a point at which the unit will just shut off to prevent it from basically flooding.
Well, there's a drain line, and when the drain line backs up, there's a tank that starts to fill.
Yeah.
And there's 2 wires for electricity that go in.
Yeah, I was about to explain all that. You cut me off a little early. I was the one that maintained it whenever we were in the apartment, because the first time it happened, the repair guy came out and showed me and was like, yeah, just keep an eye on this, and if it's getting full, drain the water out. And it was a tiny little reservoir thing. And I was like, cool. So then for the rest of the time, you know, I took care of it. But I haven't had to deal with that since we lived at the apartment and we moved out in whenever that was, what feels like a million years ago. So yeah, I haven't had to think about that in a long time, but apparently that was the problem here. The line was clogged. There's a line that goes to the outside of the house where the condensation and the humidity and the water basically drips out, and it was clogged. So he got it unclogged enough to get the thing to come back on, so there's water, and now he's going to get a wet vac to take up there and actually like fully, you know, suck it out, and that should deal with it. And we talked to the guy, he was real nice. He said, you know, this is something that the owners of the home were supposed to do before they, you know, transferred it to the management company, and they didn't. And he's like, so now, you know, he's like, this should have been done, but obviously he'll take care of it now. So it'll be done, and the AC will work, and that'll be good because it's summer, and also tomorrow in particular is going to be hella hot.
A lot of the country has a heat wave right now.
Yeah, there's a big heat wave. So the toilet's fixed, the AC is fixed, and about to get further fixed, so we shouldn't have to think about it for a few years. And then we're good? And then we're good.
Yeah.
And then we'll decide what we're doing with our time, because, like, you know, it's already past 6.
But we drove all the way up here.
And but we drove all the way up here too, but it also takes 3 hours to get back. And we breakfast stream in the morning, so like it continues to be not terribly you know, convenient, but stuff's getting done. So I'm trying to remain positive throughout all of this. Is like, hey, stuff's getting done. It needs to get done. Stuff's getting done. You're doing stuff. You're moving stuff. So it's okay. And we have a big move that we're going to be doing, I think maybe next week, where we're going to have like most everything just moved all at once. So that's coming up, but in the meantime, there's still little tiny things that we brought up, which we needed to, so it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's happening. Hi, bud. He's probably been really confused. First, we take all of the furniture, or most of the furniture, and then we disappear, now for 2 days straight. Anyway, we're home. We got home late. Like, we walked in, it was almost 11. We walked in the door, and it's fine. I've just driven a lot, you know, in the past 2 days, and I'm looking forward to a little break because we actually don't need to go back for a bit, so I won't. And yeah, I'm tired. I'm just glad everything worked out. We moved some more stuff. You can see more of the stuff that was on the bookshelf is gone, and we'll worry about more stuff later. June is very much a slow transition, and it's going. It's going. Thanks for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?